All right. Hi, everyone. I guess we'll go ahead and start. Sorry for the barking dog on my end. I feel. I guess there's someone outside. So today is our second meeting of the semester, and we have an event this week. We have the LIS Town Hall, which we also had that last semester with so basically the town hall is Dr. O'Connor addresses all the students and it's available to answer any questions, which if you want to submit a question, you can just ask it at the meeting, or if you want to if you have something you want her to address, you can let us know and we can tell her in advance and she can prepare for that. And that is going to be this Wednesday at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And if you have a class that night, they're going to delay the classes 30 minutes so that everyone can attend if they're interested. And the link will be sent out. And that was a really good, it's just a really good chance to learn about the things that we have available to us through the department. And like, I didn't know how many students were in the program. And I was like, I didn't realize there were so many of us. There's like 400 or something. And also coming up next month, we have a career day that we're planning. And our plan is to have 3 sessions, and we're gonna have breaks in between the sessions so that you can like get lunch or just have a chance to kind of adjust. Or if you don't want to attend all of them, you can choose which ones fit your schedule. So we're gonna have introductory speaker, which we're still looking for them. If you have any suggestions of someone who might be a good introductory speaker, just let me know. Then we have one of the LIS alumni, her last name, Martha Anderson. She graduated several years ago, but she is going to be talking about interviews. And then at 2:30, we're gonna have the head of career services, Dr. Walters, come and talk about resumes. So we hope that it will be a beneficial day just to get good career advice. We try to have one every semester, but last semester we didn't have one. So, and then also the school year is coming to a close kind of quickly. I mean, we still have a couple months, but we will be having elections soon for LISSA officers for next school year. And there's like a nomination process. You can nominate yourself, you can nominate someone else, but we'll be in touch with details on how to do that. So there's like a nomination process, and there will be an election, probably about a week of voting, and then we'll announce who the new officers are. And then we hadn't scheduled an April meeting yet, but typically in April, there's a meeting to kind of transition and like introduce, get to know the new people. So that is all that I have for now. Becky, you want to go next?
And yeah. And I wanted to check, what's the date for Career Day in March?
It is, sorry, I'm on March 27th.
March 27th. Okay, cool. So, ooh, I'm sorry, I'm pushing buttons, but I guess you guys can't hear that. Also in March, at the end of March, we'll have our next alumni speaker as part of the alumni speaker series. So that's going to be on March 31st. We're going to have Natalie Strange, who is the Director of Library Media Services for Guilford County Schools. She's coming, like I said, March 31st at 6:30. And when I say she's coming, she's obviously not coming, but we will have a link that we'll be sending. So I'd love to have everybody join us for that. And that's all I've got.
All right, let me see. I don't think Brianna's here yet, so I'm going to save her piece for the end, which someone else can share. If Robin, which I guess you kind of are connected. Well, yeah, go ahead, Robin.
Hey. All right, let me look at the agenda. I did have a question. I don't know if Sarah Esther's here, but she put Crit Lib, March 28th, 4:30, topic intersectionality. That topic was, my understanding was going to be on LGBTQ issues in the LAS field, and that next week was intersectionality because that's what I'm going to promote because that's what was told to me. So I don't know if she just mistyped that or.
I think that's a mistype because the dates in February and March are the same, like the numbers are the same. So, but we can, I guess we will verify and figure that out because she's on the page.
Yeah, I know. I saw her face in the page. That's why I wasn't sure if she was in the meeting or not. But let me go
Okay,
back
well,
to the meeting.
I guess because we haven't promoted that yet.
Right.
So just people can keep their eyes peeled. If they're interested in Crit Lib, there may be one next Sunday at 4:30. That's when we're typically having them.
Yeah, that's what I was told. And I've been, like I said, kind of waiting to hear back on resources to promote. I have the flyer ready to go. So I guess.
Oh, Sarah Esther's here. Sarah Esther, hold on. She's probably joining still. Okay. Hey, Sarah Esther. We noticed a typo potentially on the Crit Lib. Is next Sunday is intersectionality, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. We were like kind of having a moment where like, oh no, but yeah, so next, yeah, we'll talk, yeah, okay.
Okay, so next thing on the agenda I wanted to talk about was to kind of get it out of the way is the new executive board. I'm really gonna try to get people to nominate themselves too, because I feel like there's some hesitation. Michelle, who was the previous communications person, said that before I came in when she was doing it, there was some hesitation for people to nominate other people because they didn't know their schedules. And they were like, hey, this person would be great for that, but I don't know if they're going to be busy next year, what their life is like. So I really want to encourage people to nominate themselves and to email the LISSA email address and just go ahead and put their name in. That way we can hopefully get a good, idea of who's interested in doing what next year. And then the next topic is the t-shirt. So the t-shirt sale has already begun. It started Friday. And I think we've sold 33 of 50 so far. And the goal was 50. So hopefully we'll go over 50. So that's a good start. Definitely. I think we can be proud of that. And I had some questions actually for Brianna. So I don't know if she's just not going to be able to join us or not, but I wasn't sure because she does the sort of like financial footwork on the end of that. And I just did sort of the visual end of it. So I didn't understand how much goes to the website versus how much goes to UNCG LISSA versus how much is going to go to, our, cause versus does anything go to the finance department for their part in this? Like, I have no idea how it's broken up. So I did want to know a little bit more about that because I noticed we've raised like 200 and I think it was like 280 or something like that. So I'm guessing the website gets $10 per shirt because the shirts are $20 and we sold 33. So anyway, I was doing the math and I was trying to figure that out. But yeah, woohoo, that's exciting. So I can't think of anything else, Karen.
Thank you, Kevin. Yeah, I think hopefully Brianna said she was going to be late, so hopefully she'll make it. If not, we'll just have to email her that question because I would like to know that as well. All right, Sarah Esther, we kind of already talked about, but if you want to give the official announcement for Crit Lib.
Yes. So Crit Lib or Critical Librarianship, our meeting is happening next Sunday at 4:30. So the topic is intersectionality, which was first coined by Kimberly Crenshaw. And what I love about intersectionality, especially since this month is Black History Month, instead of just talking about, okay, yes, we know that racism is there and we know that race and ethnicity are issues, but intersectionality is a great way to look at everyone on the same plane and see how There's so many things that make us who we are. And also there are many things that also may prevent us from, well, I will not prevent us, but cause, like I would say, certain boundaries that we must, not boundaries, I'm sorry, certain, I would say certain limitations that this world has, that society has, that we have to overcome, and just how we move around in the world and understanding each other in a deeper way than just, okay, I'm Black, you're white, or anything like that. So we're going to go deeper into that. We have, for this topic, we have 2 videos, one that is very short, just really giving a brief description of what intersectionality is. And then the second is a TED Talk from Dr. Crenshaw herself, going into depth about intersectionality and also police brutality and different things that happened related to what happened in the past year. So it is a safe space. So whatever we discuss and whatever we go deeper into, it's just right there for us as students. It's a place to feel at home and to openly discuss and ask questions. It'll be moderated by Dr. Velez, who is really awesome. So I encourage you, come and join us.
Thank you, Sarah Esther. Yeah, I know that they did Crit Lab last year, and I don't know exactly how long it's been doing, but it's something that students seem to benefit and enjoy. Which, I mean, I've only been able to go to one, but hopefully this semester we'll have some time. And you have a note here that you wanted to talk about the mental health. Did you want to ask like what people are interested in talking about?
Yes, so for our April meeting, the topic is mental health. And so I was curious, what aspect of mental health would everyone as LIS students be interested in exploring?
Well, I saw something interesting today on, I think it was on Instagram, where people talk about like mental health a lot, but they don't talk about mental illness and how those can be like there's still a stigma around having a mental illness, but like people want to talk about. So I don't know if there's a way we could talk about like stigmas around that kind of thing.
I think that's a good point, because sometimes with mental health, it's like the idea is that someone has to be normal or a certain way. But if someone has a mental illness, they just process the world differently sometimes. And so it's not about like fixing people. Same thing with like having an invisible disability like I have. It affects me neurologically in my heart and stuff like that. Like, it's great to be healthy and try to live, but it's not going to like fix it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think that's a good way to approach it as well. Kind of like Karen's saying, the difference between, you know, being healthy versus understanding that people are different. And especially in the workforce, I think in the LIS field.
Yes.
But LIS tends to be a pretty, for the most part, a pretty open-minded field. In my, experience compared to like private businesses, I do think the government tends to be a bit more understanding sometimes. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you for that. Yeah, mental health stigma, that's really good. Any other, maybe we can have extra resources that we can explore or people would like to read on their own.
I would actually be interested in more information about how, as librarians, we can help patrons who come in with, various mental, whether it's their mental health issues, their mental illness, just because, especially like in a public library, you don't necessarily know who's coming in, and just resources for how to help.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good point. And Becky, I wanted to say something. When I worked in a public library with the teen program, I had an adult who, this particular person was, I guess, mentally handicapped, or he had, I'm not sure exactly, but he had some learning disabilities. And I welcomed him into the teen program. And then I was chastised by management because he was an adult and it was like a safe space for teens. And it was just this weird gray area of like, you know, I'm in there with them, I'm supervising, I don't see a problem with this. Like, do I tell him he can't come back? Like, I mean, what do you do? You know, that, so that is a good topic as well in dealing with sort of situations where there might be learning disabilities, which I know is different than a mental illness specifically, but it's a gray area, definitely.
Yes. So I'm going to, if you have any sources that you would be interested in seeing or anything that you find over the weeks, I'm going to add my email here so you can send it to me and we can add it to the resource page that we have for CritLib meetings. Okay, that's my email.
Thank you, Sarah Esther. Okay, Brianna, we kind of skipped, Robin talked about the t-shirt success that we've had so far, but we haven't really talked about like your information. And then we have a question for you.
Yeah, hi. So we did start a t-shirt fundraiser. I don't know if you guys did this already, but I'll put the link in the chat. And basically we are raising funds to fund future LISSA events and also to raise money for Freedom for Families, which is a nonprofit that helps non-citizens. And shirts are $20. They ship right to your house. They will be shipped at the end of the at the closing of the fundraiser. So that's at the end of March. Or sorry, that would be March 20th. And then they will ship about 2 weeks after that. You can pay with credit card or PayPal. If you could announce in your classes, I don't know if I don't see why it would be an issue. We want to reach as many LIS students as possible. So if you wouldn't mind announcing in your classes that we are doing a fundraiser, that would be cool. And we would appreciate it.
Yes, and also on social media. We've
Oh,
got
yeah,
it
social
on
media.
Facebook, yes, Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. So if you're on social and you want to go on our page, we're going to be posting once a week, like on a Friday as a reminder, because it's going to be about 4 weeks roughly. And so if you want to share, please share. So the more people that see it, that's exciting, and hopefully we'll get, you know, get more people interested. I did have a question for Brianna about, I don't even know if you know this or not, if this is like a Meredith thing, but can you help us, I guess, understand how much money goes towards the t-shirt company versus how much goes to LISSA, how much goes to the organization, you know, Families for Freedom? Like, how is that going to be divvied up? Because I did notice, like, for $20 a shirt, we don't have as much raised as would be $20. So therefore, I'm guessing the site is getting some money as well. Do you have any idea about how it's divvied up, or do you know anything? I think she might be frozen.
Oh no.
I think we lost her.
We lost her.
Oh, no. She froze.
Well, yeah, because I mean, I imagine the company definitely gets a cut. I think the rest is probably like, it's probably up to us to decide how much we donate versus how much we use for our events.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm just gonna go with that. So
Yeah, we can ask later.
poor Brianna.
Okay, so I think that pretty much covers everything on the agenda. Does anyone have any questions or any comments? Our next meeting is going to be on March 21st, which is a Sunday at 5:30. And we'll probably be talking about, I imagine we'll have the nominations done before then.
Yeah, so if anybody has any questions about like the offices, what they do, what we do, now would be a good time. We could talk about stuff like that, or, you know, or if you can think of people that you might want to nominate or yourself, you know. But if you have any questions about what specific people do.
As far as like offices, there's like the president, there's a vice president, there's a secretary, a treasurer. We had 2 treasurers last semester, but someone had to step down. Then we have SGA representative. Then we have 2 like at the beat. Well, those are gonna be the ones. I guess the SGA would be determined next year. But yeah, so there's 5 positions, which I mean, depending on how many people are interested in something, there could always be a different position created. Kind of.
And are they year-long positions? Like if you are in, you're from fall through spring, typically?
Yeah, that's typically how it goes. And technically, the president and the vice president are supposed to be main campus students, which we had a vice president last semester who had to step down, which Becky is was like stepped in. And so she was so we were both on campus students, but I feel like because of the I don't know, just because of the pandemic, everything has been more online, that I'm wondering if our distinctions between main campus and online really matter. Like, because when I was a first year representative last year and I was the main campus student, and we were supposed to have a meetup like in Greensboro, but then inclement weather, so it didn't happen, and then it got rescheduled because of the pandemic. So I feel like we're not like we could still have people. I don't know. We'll have to talk about, but all the when we post the nominations. Oops, let me admit, Brianna, the waiting room did not go away. I tried, but it did not go away.
It was worth a shot.
So when the nominations will have like what the Constitution says, which I think our Constitution might be on the LISSA webpage, maybe. No, I don't think it is. It's on the campus labs page. Really interested in the nitty gritty, which I know, like honestly, like last year I nominated myself for vice president, and then someone was like, "There's already someone running for vice president. You should run for president." And I was like, okay, and no one ran. So people don't, I feel like everyone's really busy, so a lot of people there's not a lot of competition because we just, a lot of people in the program have jobs, and I mean, well, we're can't take on more. So if you have flexibility, I mean, it doesn't require a whole lot, like maybe some emailing and like planning some programming, depending on what your role is. You'll have different.
Depends on what you do.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna say it depends on what you do. Depends on what you like. If you like, I know Robin probably works the most out of all of us because she does like all of the social media stuff and all of the communications, and so and she designs our graphics. So don't run for communication manager if you're really, but I don't know. I mean, I think it's really flexible work. Maybe that's what I should say. It's flexible work where you kind of control the schedule. So, okay, Brianna, you're back.
Sorry,
Oh,
there's a work emergency and the internet is not great here, so I'm still at work. But you guys had a question, right? Is that what you said?
Yes, Robin did. We wanted to know how much of the money do we keep and how much of the money is going to go to the fundraiser and how much goes to the company.
I was thinking half and half, but I guess it just depends on how much we raise. If you want to do a different percentage, I mean.
Okay, well, my thing is I feel like we have money, like we already have money that we haven't really used because everything is virtual now and we haven't done any. So part of me feels like we could probably donate more than.
That's fine.
I think most of it could be
fine.
So.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, that's something we can discuss when we figure it out.
That's true, because we
Sorry,
literally.
my phone. I'm really sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
we literally just started the fundraiser, so we can probably make those decisions as we. But I know we raised money for. I don't remember the organization, but I think it was like an organization that did stuff for like LGBTQ teens in schools. Was that the organization?
Yeah, GLAM. Last semester, I think it was the GLAM.
Okay, I can't remember. I couldn't remember the name. All right. Well, if no one has any questions, just always check Facebook for any or your emails for any updates. And thanks for coming out tonight. And we'll see you hopefully next month or at CritLib or something before then.